These days, there are a lot of dairy alternatives out there at the grocery store. But the question is, how do they measure up when it comes to a healthy diet? Well, I've got some good news because today we've got an expert here to explain it all. She's got the scoop on all the different options for us. It's nutritionist and healthy living coach, Ashley Walter. Ashley, there are so many more options for dairy alternatives out there. More than ever, what should we consider buying?
I do think that the answer to that question depends on who you are, what you're looking for, and what your aversion to milk, dairy milk, actually is in the first place. So what I do when I go in and I look at things for clients, I like to offer the best in show. And for me, those are the alternatives that are still healthy, but also mirror the benefits of regular milk. If you're looking at the nutrition label too, just make sure you're staying away from things that have oats at the end, glucose, fructose, anything added to that isn't the base of the actual milk that is a sugar sounding like thing is going to be more sugar than needed.
Let's say we don't have an allergy. Is it okay to either stick with traditional or go with the non-dairy?
I do think the biggest consumer of milk alternatives are people who have an allergy, an intolerance, have milk, see how you feel. If it doesn't negatively affect you, then I really don't need to support either way. But if you like to try new things, that's great.
So Ashley, today you're going to share with us the 5 most common milk alternatives, starting with hemp or flax milk.
Not only is it totally allergen friendly for 99% of the population without the dairy and without nuts, it is also supremely healthy in the fact that they naturally are high in proteins and lower in carbs, but they also have anti-inflammatory omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, which are essential to our diet.
All right, next on the list is oat milk.
Oats are known to be such a great grain for lowering bad cholesterol and boosting heart health, but also they are very creamy when they're made into milk. So it's going to be as close to 2% or whole milk as you can get with an alternative.
Okay, next on the list is probably the most popular milk alternative, and that is almond milk.
It is a lot sweeter than most options. I think it is a good replacement because it's low carb and nuts definitely have pretty good fats in it. But I do think with almond milk too, it is known for having added sugar, so just be careful of that. So you just want to watch which ones you pick.
And this next one is my personal favorite. It's a little bit thinner and I feel like it's lighter in flavor, and that's coconut milk.
Coconut milk is going to be the alternative that has less of the added sugar, but again, it has those healthy fats that are so good for us all around, lowering inflammation, benefiting our health.
And finally, you've got A2 milk. Can you explain what that is?
So most people don't realize where lactose intolerance originates from, and that is because the A1 beta casein, so casein, part of the protein of milk that's delivered into your body, the A1 turns peptide into your body into a peptide into your body that is not easily digestible, and that causes the gas, the bloat, and the discomfort. And so A2 actually removes that, and it's an A2 beta casein that does not move into that peptide and become a digestive disruption. Purely and truly, that's really the only change. So it's still cow's milk. It's just changed into being a more digestible product.
As we all head to the grocery store to pick out our new favorite milk alternative, what do you want us to remember?
You want to look for the least processed, the most genuine, so tried and true, least ingredients, and then the packaging to be as simplistic as possible. Unsweetened, no added flavors, what I call no jazzy jazz.
Really great information, Ashley. Thank you so much. All right, we want to know what your favorite milk alternative is. Send us a tweet at Living Healthy TV. So you like that, and now you want more information about living a healthy life. Well, we've got you covered. Just check out the other videos on our channel.